No matter how you slice it, the hit CBS series Ncis has been a phenomenon ever since it first aired in 2003. As most of his fans will attest, actor Matthew McConaughey is quite the dreamboat. The naval crime drama has remained so popular around the globe, that the show's lead actor, Mark Harmon, once revealed a shocking story on the Queen Latifah Show in 2014. While attempting to take a break from the spotlight with an Austrian getaway, the TV star was recognized by many fans as he and his wife, actor Pamela Dawber, took a casual stroll around town, so much so that the duo even stopped traffic in the street. Wow. It goes to show that Ncis hasn't been dubbed the most watched drama in the world for nothing. As a spin-off, Ncis has long surpassed its predecessor, JAG. With over 400 episodes under its belt, the series has found a way to stay engaging by enticing its viewership through its own spin-offs, as well as various cases and characters to whom fans build a connection. But like many other long-running television shows, the team behind Ncis has added and subtracted actors over the years. Known for his performances in films like Dazed and Confused, A Time to Kill, Amistad, Mud, and Dallas Buyers Club, McConaughey is a versatile actor with a career that let him experiment with a plethora of roles via Biography. At times, it can be a wonder as to why some stars would say goodbye to their gigs on the critically acclaimed series. These are the reasons why so many stars left Ncis. Polly Perrette was done with behind-the-scenes conflict when Polly Perrette told ET Canada in 2018 that viewers haven't seen a character like Abby on television. She wasn't kidding. It's fair to say that while McConaughey experimented with less serious roles initially, he has evolved as an artist over the years and taken on more challenging roles, such as his role as an activist with AIDS in Dollar Buyers Club. The actor gave it all to stay true to his character, losing 47 pounds for the film. Perrette played the gothic forensic scientist Abigail Shudo on Ncis for the series' first 15 seasons before her shocking exit. His effort and hard work didn't go unnoticed. As revealed to CBS Sunday Morning, the three-time People's Choice Awards nominee wanted a break and didn't like the fame that came along with the role, labeling it dehumanizing. Apparently, there was a lot going on behind the scenes. He was awarded Best Actor at the Academy Awards, as well as the Golden Globes in 2014, a major achievement for someone who was trying to mold his image away from romantic comedies and stand out for his acting talent. Away from his public persona, McConaughey has had many tragic experiences while growing up. As The Wrap reported, after Mark Harmon's dog bit a crew member in 2016, his relationship with Perrette soured. He was also forced to deal with unprecedented events later in life after becoming famous. Here's taking a look at McConaughey's life through the highs and lows that have helped shape the actor's perspective and made him the star he is. Matthew McConaughey witnessed violence. Kid Matthew McConaughey was born in November 1969 in Texas via Biography. Even as a student, he was popular and even bagged an award titled, Most Handsome Student. However, life at home wasn't exactly smooth for the young actor. Over the years, Perrette tweeted a number of accusations regarding her time on the show, and in June 2019, TMZ reported she alleged Harmon body-checked her on set in 2017. That same month, she tweeted, "I am terrified of Harmon and him attacking me." He later revealed that he witnessed violent incidents as a child but never really thought his parents were abusive, even though he acknowledged that others would probably perceive their actions as such via Today. He said, "I was scared at the moment, but even then and immediately after that, I didn't ever question the love that mom and dad had or the love that they gave us." He added that as a parent himself, his approach is different compared to his parents, but he still doesn't think they were abusive and emphasized the fact that whenever he was hit, he'd earned it and had been up to no good. "I have nightmares about it." According to TV Guide, when asked about the allegations at the 2019 TCAs, CBS President of Entertainment Kelly Call told reporters, "We immediately investigated it and we resolved it to everyone's satisfaction." In July 2020, Perrette fired off numerous tweets backing a Vanity Fair article that exposed CBS showrunner Peter Lenkov, who was sacked due to misconduct. Perrette tweeted about the "great reporting," and went on to add that she testified that she heard racist, misogynistic, and homophobic slurs on set that was hurtful. She continued, "And y'all wondered why I quit. Those producers are still there." He also said that he and his wife focus on communicating as much as he can with his children, something that doesn't make sense to his mother.
Matthew McConaughey had a difficult time abroad. Matthew McConaughey, in his memoir, Greenlights, highlighted the fact that he had it rough after high school when he decided to enroll in an exchange program that took him to Australia. All of them. Things weren't exactly the way he expected them to be, and he had to find a way to get through a difficult year, via CBS Austin. I was with a very odd family in the middle of the country in nowhere Australia, so my visions of beaches and Elle Macpherson were never realised, let me just put it that way, McConaughey explained. He added that his life was basically brought to a standstill during his time in Australia. Including him. Michael Weatherly left NCIS to play other characters for 13 seasons. Michael Weatherly assumed the role of Special Agent Anthony Tony DiNozzo on NCIS. In January 2016, Weatherly announced on Twitter that he'd be retiring from the wonderful, quixotic character. He expressed his gratitude for being a part of NCIS, tweeting, "I will miss the amazing crew and cast, who are like family to me, and to the fans all over the world, thank you, it's been a fantastic ride." Ahead of Weatherly's final episode on NCIS that spring, he told Live with Kelly he wanted to play other characters and the writing was kind of on the wall that it was time to leave. He didn't have friends or a steady paying job. He didn't even have a phone to get in touch with his loved ones and had to figure out a way to depend on himself. He added, "I would not be where I am today with the life I had if I did not have that year, that very tough year that I had in Australia." Matthew McConaughey experienced abuse as a teenager while opening up about his experiences in Greenlights. Matthew McConaughey has also been transparent about some of the most traumatic experiences he's lived through. 3 months later, Weatherly bluntly told reporters at Television Critics Association's summer press tour via The Hollywood Reporter he was burnt out and ready for a new challenge. Weatherly went on to star as the title character in CBS drama series Bull, which began fall 2016. He was accused of sexual harassment by Bull co-star Eliza Dushku, the latter of whom was cut from the series. As the New York Times reported, the network paid Dushku $9.5 million as a settlement. He wrote that his first brush with sex wasn't pleasant, and that he was essentially forced into it via Variety. He explained that he was 15 years old when it happened, and it was a case of blackmail. He wrote, "I was certain I was going to hell for the premarital sex." In a statement provided to the New York Times, Weatherly wrote, "After reflecting on this further, I better understand that what I said was both not funny and not appropriate, and I am sorry and regret the pain this caused Eliza. Today, I am merely certain that I hope that's not the case." He also added that he faced abuse later as well when he was 18 years old and was attacked by an older man. Despite the difficult experiences that he's lived through, the actor doesn't think that he's ever felt like a victim. He added a positive note after the grim details and wrote, "I have a lot of proof that the world is conspiring to make me happy." Matthew McConaughey had to struggle in his early days. Matthew McConaughey may be rather popular and well-known now, but that wasn't always the case. The actor had to face his share of struggles when he was starting out in the entertainment industry. As reported by Entertainment Weekly, McConaughey first tried to make his mark as a hand model when he was feeling demotivated about the sheer number of rejections he had to endure when he was in film school. He was told by a talent agent that he had good-looking hands. He was also advised to stop biting his nails and take care of his hands to pursue such a career. Additionally, McConaughey also decided to take up a job as a server at a bar called Catfish Station in order to make more money. He called it an all-black, sweaty bar that sold catfish, beer and blues, and said that he definitely stood out at the bar because he was the only white person there, via The Hollywood Reporter. McConaughey shared a great relationship with the owner of the bar, who he's still friends with. Matthew McConaughey was estranged from his mom. Fame had a major downside for Matthew McConaughey and the relationship that he shared with his mom, Kay. As reported by People, after show business took over the actor's life, he realized that his mom was dazzled by her son's newfound fame. The actor explained that after becoming a celebrity, even something as simple as his regular weekly calls with his mother were affected. He said, "Mother wasn't answering the phone. A fan of my fame was answering the phone."
Moreover, McConaughey was trying to figure out ways to get used to being famous when things took a turn for the worse once he figured out that some of the things he shared with his mom would later end up becoming news stories. "I was trying to find my own balance with fame and stuff. And I would share things with her. Some of those things I would share might show up in the 6 o'clock news 3 days later," McConaughey revealed. This caused a rift between the two, and McConaughey was estranged from his mother for a long time. 8 years, to be precise. They eventually worked things out and started speaking again, but it took the actor a long time to get over what happened. Nothing quite made Matthew McConaughey happy. Even though Matthew McConaughey has achieved a considerable amount of success, he's always felt like he could do better. As highlighted by The Guardian in 2018, the actor always believed that the dreams he's had have been better than reality itself. He said, "I've never done a film that's lived up to what I imagined it could be." It's clear that McConaughey doesn't mind being hard on himself. He further said that he has been a part of many movies that he loves and respects. Plus, he is also a fan of some of his performances where he's able to acknowledge that he did a decent job, but he implied that he's not found anything that made him feel like it was extraordinary. And he doesn't think that he'll ever chance upon a film that will make him feel like he's achieved exactly what he needed to. Matthew McConaughey ended up in unexpected scandals. Matthew McConaughey has been controversial at times. For example, one of his most scandalous incidents is from 1999, when the actor was arrested. According to The Hollywood Reporter, McConaughey wrote at length about that scandalous event in his memoir, Green Lights. He was naked, the windows in his home were open, and he had made the decision to smoke a bowl and listen to the beautiful African melodic beats of Henri Dikongue in the middle of the night. This didn't go down well with cops in Austin, who broke into his home, handcuffed him, and told him that he was being arrested for disturbing the peace, possession of marijuana, and resisting arrest. The actor was displeased, yelled a retort at them, and refused to put his clothes back on. According to McConaughey, this was his way of showing that he wasn't wrong and was minding his own business when they entered his home. The actor later got away with a fine amounting to $50 and plenty of publicity. He wrote that in a couple of days, bongo naked T-shirts started showing up in Austin everywhere. Matthew McConaughey was stereotyped. Matthew McConaughey surprised everyone in the early 2000s when he decided to take a sabbatical, or what was called the McConaissance. He was away from the public eye for 20 long months because he knew he was being stereotyped and specifically being cast only in romantic comedies, something that he wasn't happy about. Via The Hollywood Reporter, he said, "What happened was I was the rom-com guy, I was the shirtless guy on the beach. That was fine. Yes, I said it then and I'll say it now, those rom-coms I was in were paying for the house on the beach where I was shirtless." Guilty. Well, the actor wasn't being given a chance to work on more diverse roles, and he decided to do something about his situation. He even refused a role that could have potentially given him $14.5 million simply because he didn't want to do romantic comedies. The sabbatical helped the actor mold his image once again. He put it rather well when he said that being away meant that he could become a new good idea. His efforts were successful as he was soon considered for new, more diverse roles. Matthew McConaughey missed out on Titanic and The Hulk. Despite being a promising actor, Matthew McConaughey didn't always get the roles he wanted, opportunities that could have helped his career immensely. For example, according to Today, McConaughey was one of the actors who was considered for the role in Titanic that eventually went to Leonardo DiCaprio. Kate Winslet once said that she did audition with the McConaughey once. "I auditioned with Matthew, isn't that weird?" she said, before adding, "Never said that in public before. I auditioned with Matthew, which was completely fantastic. It just wouldn't have been the whole Jack and Rose, Kate and Leo thing." Wait, there's more. The actor also had his heart set on playing the Hulk but never quite got the chance to fulfill his dream. As reported by the Huffington Post, he was rejected when he showed interest in being a part of the Marvel Heroes world. When he was asked whether he made his interest in the role known, he said he did, but he was turned away. For those who recall, Edward Norton played the Hulk in the 2008 film, The Incredible Hulk, and Mark Ruffalo eventually became the character in other Hulk films from the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
McConaughey has yet to play a superhero in a Marvel film. Losing his father was devastating for him. Matthew McConaughey received a huge blow when he found out that he'd lost his father, James Donald McConaughey, in 1992. He spoke to Tim Ferriss about his loss and said that losing his father made him more open to risks as far as his work was concerned. He said, "My dad being this sort of crutch, just because he was alive and above government and above law, was now gone. I had no crutch, I had no safety net, all of a sudden." Losing his dad made the actor reflect on things like mortality. He realized that the things he previously loved and craved for, such as acting and fame, were temporary, and in a way, this allowed him to take more risks and embrace change as opposed to being stuck in a rut out of fear. Also, as noted by Vanity Fair, McConaughey's parents had a torrid relationship and married each other and separated many times over the course of their lives together. Eventually, they would always come back to each other. In fact, James passed away while making love to his wife. The actor reflected on what it was like hearing the news from his mom and said, "My knees buckled. I couldn't believe it. He was my dad. Nobody or nothing could kill him." McConaughey put his body through immense stress for a movie that failed. If there is one thing that Matthew McConaughey does well, it's preparing for a role and going all out to make sure that he does his best. For example, while working on his role for the 2016 film, Gold, the actor put himself through a lot of pain by putting on 45 pounds. He was playing businessman, Kenny Wells, and wanted to make sure that he looked the part via CNN. Unfortunately, the movie was a colossal failure, and the actor's hard work went down the drain. Not to mention the fact that it obviously took him many months of working out rather intensely to lose all that extra fat. In fact, McConaughey said that he was still trying to lose weight in 2019 via Associated Press. He said, "It's been a while. I needed to get in shape. I wanted to. I was 220 pounds in Gold, of which I still have a couple of things back here on my back." The actor, according to The Guardian, also shaved his head for the film. The reviews were terrible, and no awards came the actor's way. He did manage to impress viewers with his performance in the 2013 film, Dallas Buyers Club, for which he shed 50 pounds or so. Matthew McConaughey eventually didn't see as much success at the box office. Matthew McConaughey has not quite been able to crack the code. Despite winning several awards for his roles over the years, including an Oscar, he's not been able to achieve success at the box office via The Hollywood Reporter. The actor has acted in many interesting films, such as Interstellar, White Boy Rick, Serenity, The Gentleman, and more, but he knows that he has not consistently been able to deliver commercial hits. He wrote in Greenlights that he had very few box office successes. Was it me? The subject matter? The films themselves? The box office failures didn't dampen my love of acting. If anything, they made me more feverishly committed to my craft. In my career now, I was more than an entertainer, I was an actor, an artist. And that satisfied me. My career was full, he added. In 2017, a Guardian piece reflected on McConaughey's career downturn and suggested that the actor perhaps needed another career break. Another reconnaissance, if you will. He ended up being a part of several flops in recent years that made The Guardian's Noah Gittell suggest that 2016 was truly awful for the actor when his film, Free State of Jones, failed to make an impact and didn't manage to earn even half of the budget it was made on. Another film, The Sea of Tress, was also not embraced by audience members at Cannes, who booed when they watched the film.